Sugar. For most of us it means sweet treats and comfort, but sugar's story is evolving. Beyond kitchens and factories, it's finding a new, unexpected role. Scientists have discovered sugar's secret power. It can help heal the earth. By adding sugar to degraded land, we can spark a natural recovery process. Sugar changes soil chemistry, awakening the microscopic life that forms the foundation of healthy ecosystems. This simple act allows nature to flourish where there was once only dust. The journey from sweetener to ecological tool challenges our perceptions. Sugar is now a practical, effective method making a real difference in restoring land worldwide. With a little ingenuity, we can mend our planet, one sweet spoonful at a time. Across the globe, vast stretches of land have fallen silent, barren, degraded, and stripped of life. These landscapes, once vibrant and teeming with plants and animals, now echo with emptiness. The silence is not just the absence of sound, but the absence of life itself. A haunting reminder of what has been lost. These are old mining sites, overgrazed farmlands, and areas overtaken by invasive plants. Each tells a story of human impact, of resources extracted, soils exhausted, and native species pushed out by aggressive invaders. The scars left behind are not just physical, but ecological, affecting everything that once depended on these lands. Such lands are dry, dusty, and biologically empty, unable to support native plants or animals. The soil is lifeless, the air often filled with blowing dust, and the cycle of decline continues year after year. Without intervention, these places become locked in a state of perpetual loss. The problem runs deep. Healthy ecosystems rely on complex interactions between soil, plants, and wildlife. Every layer, from the tiniest microbe to the tallest tree, plays a role in maintaining balance. When one part is damaged, the entire system suffers, and recovery becomes even harder. When soil loses its organic matter and microorganisms, the entire web collapses. Earthworms, fungi, and bacteria vanish, leaving behind only dust and rock. The soil can no longer hold water or nutrients, and nothing can grow. These barren areas are prone to erosion, can't absorb rainwater, and fail to store carbon, worsening climate change. Rain runs off instead of soaking in, carrying away what little soil remains. Rivers dry up, and the land's ability to support life fades even further. Traditional restoration methods often failed because they ignored the broken soil beneath. Planting trees or crops without rebuilding the foundation led to disappointment and wasted effort. The land simply could not recover without first healing the soil. The nutrient balance was off, favoring invasive weeds over native species. These invaders thrive in disturbed soils, outcompeting the plants that once belonged here. The result is a landscape that looks green, but is ecologically empty. The result? A biological desert, and a lost opportunity for recovery. Without intervention, these lands remain trapped in a cycle of decline, unable to support life or provide for future generations. Restoring these lands seemed impossible, until a new approach emerged. Scientists and land stewards began to look for ways to reset the system, to give nature a real chance to heal. To truly heal, we needed to reset the system and give nature a chance to recover from the ground up. This meant nurturing the soil, restoring its life, and supporting the return of native plants and animals. That's where sugar comes in, a simple, surprising ingredient with the power to spark a new beginning for even the most damaged land. The key to reviving barren land is understanding its imbalance, especially excess nitrogen. When soil is pushed out of balance, it becomes inhospitable to many native plants, and the land begins to lose its vitality. This imbalance is often invisible to the naked eye, but its effects are dramatic and far-reaching. High nitrogen, often from pollution or invasive plants, fuels aggressive weeds. These weeds thrive in nutrient-rich environments, quickly outcompeting native species and taking over entire fields. The result is a landscape dominated by a few fast-growing plants, while the diversity and resilience of the ecosystem suffer. Enter sugar. When spread on soil, it feeds bacteria and fungi, causing their populations to explode. This simple, everyday ingredient acts as a catalyst, jump-starting the natural processes that healthy soil depends on. It's a surprising solution, but one that harnesses the power of nature's smallest workers. These microbes need nitrogen to grow, so they absorb the excess, locking it away. As their numbers swell, they draw down the surplus nutrients, effectively cleaning up the soil and restoring its natural balance. This microbial boom is the first step toward a healthier ecosystem. This process, called nutrient immobilization, suddenly deprives weeds of their fast food. Without easy access to nitrogen, weeds lose their competitive advantage and begin to fade from the landscape. The soil, once a haven for invaders, starts to shift in favor of native life. Weeds lose their edge, and native plants, adapted to low nutrient conditions, get a chance to return. These resilient species have evolved to survive in tougher environments, and now, with the playing field leveled, they can begin to reclaim their territory. Sugar fundamentally changes the rules, creating a level playing field for native species. It's a gentle intervention that doesn't rely on harsh chemicals or heavy machinery, but instead works with the rhythms of nature to restore balance. Native plants, with deep roots and slow growth, thrive in the new environment. Their roots reach deep into the earth, stabilizing the soil and drawing up water and nutrients, while their presence supports a web of life above and below ground. The soil's chemistry shifts and the foundation for a healthy ecosystem is rebuilt. Over time, the land becomes richer, more resilient, and better able to support a diversity of life. With sugar, we're not just fighting weeds, we're giving nature the conditions it needs to heal. This approach helps restore balance, encourages biodiversity, and sets the stage for long-term recovery. It's a simple, elegant solution rooted in the basics of ecology. By working with nature, rather than against it, we can revive even the most depleted soils and help our landscapes flourish once again. Using sugar for restoration is as simple as it sounds. This everyday ingredient, found in kitchens around the world, holds a surprising power when it comes to healing the land. It's not a complex chemical or a high-tech solution, just plain sugar, applied with intention and care. Conservationists spread ordinary sugar across degraded soil, by hand or with machines, depending on the scale. Whether it's a small community garden or a vast stretch of farmland, the process is straightforward and adaptable. The sugar acts as a catalyst, setting off a chain of natural reactions beneath the surface. This low-cost, low-tech method is accessible to groups everywhere. It doesn't require expensive equipment or specialized training, making it a practical choice for communities, schools, and even families who want to make a difference in their local environment. Once applied, the microbial boom begins, shifting soil chemistry within days. Microbes in the soil feed on the sugar, multiplying rapidly and transforming the barren earth into a living, breathing ecosystem. This invisible transformation is the first step toward recovery. The land may look unchanged at first, but beneath the surface life is stirring. Roots begin to push through the soil and the groundwork for a new ecosystem is quietly laid. It's a process that requires patience, but the results are worth the wait. Soon, native seedlings emerge, grasses, wildflowers, and shrubs reclaiming their home. These pioneer plants pave the way for more complex life, creating shelter and food for other species. Their roots stabilize the soil, preventing erosion and creating a welcoming microclimate. As the plants grow, they shield the ground from harsh sun and wind, helping moisture stay locked in and supporting further growth. This triggers a chain reaction. Insects return, followed by birds and small mammals. Each new arrival adds another layer to the ecosystem, making it more resilient and vibrant. The ecosystem rebuilds itself, piece by piece. Over time, the land that was once barren becomes a mosaic of life. With every plant and animal playing a vital role, diversity increases, and the web of life is rewoven. The return of different species strengthens the ecosystem, making it more adaptable to future challenges. What started as a sprinkle of sugar becomes a burst of life. The transformation is both subtle and spectacular, a testament to the power of simple actions. A desolate patch transforms into a vibrant, functioning ecosystem, proof that even the smallest interventions can spark big changes in the natural world. Along the Dutch coast, sugar's power is on full display. The dunes, once threatened by invasive grasses thriving on excess nitrogen, were losing their unique biodiversity. Conservationists spread sugar across the dunes, fueling soil bacteria that consumed the surplus nitrogen. The invasive grasses lost their advantage, thinning out and revealing bare sand. Native wildflowers and mosses, long suppressed, began to return. Plant diversity soared, and the dunes regained their natural mosaic of habitats. The landscape's beauty and ecological complexity were restored. Sugar didn't just revive the dunes, it brought back a dynamic living ecosystem. A simple solution made a profound difference. In Australia's arid outback, sugar is helping restore abandoned farmland. Decades of clearing left soils compacted and overrun by invasive weeds. Projects like Gondwana Link use sugar to reduce soil nutrients, giving native seeds a fighting chance. After weeds are cleared, sugar is applied, then native seeds are sown. The results: higher survival and growth rates for native plants and a slow transformation from weed fields to young woodlands. As trees and shrubs return, so do native animals, from honey possums to parrots. Even in harsh environments, sugar sparks recovery. The land is coming back to life, one sprinkle at a time. It's proof that simple solutions can work wonders even in the toughest places. Sugar-fueled restoration creates a ripple effect, benefiting both nature and people. Plant diversity returns, rebuilding the foundation of the food web. Insects, birds, and mammals follow, reawakening the ecosystem. Restored vegetation protects soil from erosion and keeps waterways cleaner. The land absorbs rain, reducing floods and recharging groundwater. Growing plants capture carbon, helping fight climate change. Restored landscapes become beautiful spaces for recreation and connection. Communities gain new opportunities: ecotourism, sustainable harvests, and pride in their environment. Healing the land improves quality of life for everyone nearby. It's a win for both the planet and the people who call it home. Sugar-based restoration succeeds because it's simple and accessible. Local communities and volunteers can take part directly. No expensive equipment needed. Hands-on involvement fosters ownership and connection to the land. From Dutch dunes to Australian bush, volunteers drive the work, learning and building community along the way. This engagement ensures long-term protection and stewardship. Restored sites become sources of local pride and environmental awareness. The process empowers ordinary people to make a real difference. Sometimes, the best solutions are simple and collective. Sugar's green transformation is as much about people as it is about nature. Sugar's journey from kitchen staple to ecological tool is a story of hope. It reminds us that positive change can come from unexpected places. The sugar method is effective, affordable, and adaptable, ready to tackle degraded land worldwide. It empowers communities to start healing, one patch at a time. Of course, restoration takes patience and commitment. Sugar is just one tool among many, but it's a step forward, working with nature to fix the root of the problem, the soil. Sugar's story teaches us to look for hidden potential in the everyday. With creativity and collaboration, we can restore vibrant landscapes and a greener future. Together, we can make the world a little sweeter and a lot more alive.